You already know, as a podcaster, we love our tools. We love how we record. We love how we edit. We love the platforms that we use. And I'm going to highlight for you today the reason why this podcaster, for the Earl Hall Show and many other videos that I do, I use Riverside. It's got some key features in it that allow me to really bring to life the podcast that I do. I'm going to tell you some of these reasons, and I'm also going to show you how I'm able to do what I do with Riverside. What I'm going to walk through with you right now is how I invite guests onto the show, which is super easy with Riverside. How I use the AI editor to quickly edit and produce my videos. This takes me less than 10 minutes to do. I'm going to show you how I upload my backgrounds, images, videos, and music, commercials, all that other type of stuff that as a podcaster you need to be doing. I'm going to show you how to get show notes. Show notes, titles, super easy, all produced right in Riverside. And I'm going to show you this little great trick, how to use their automated generated images to use across social media. So let's pop into it. Now, the first thing that I want to show you is how you can actually invite your guest. In Riverside, you're able to create these little studios. I basically have two. I use one for live recordings, and I use live streams, I should say, and I use the other studio for recording. Now, we're going to focus in on recording aspects only in this particular video. So now, if you want to invite a guest, it's very simple. All you have to do, you hit this little thing here, record, right? And it's going to roll out the red carpet for you. And you're going to let Riverside know what camera you're using, microphone, if you're using headphones, put your name in and go ahead and join. Now, you see my little background? I'm going to show you that later, but this is all included in Riverside. All you have to do is copy this link. The link stays the same, and you either DM that to your guest or you email it to your guest if you've got a show coming up or whatever, but it's real easy. You see, even got the invite by email button, and you can invite them as a guest, a producer, which gives them more power, or you can just share an audience link if you want them to be able to watch your live on right inside the Riverside app. Super simple to invite guests. Now, actually, what I want to show you how to do now is edit and produce your videos, your podcast really, really fast. Riverside makes it super easy. So what I'm going to show you here, I'm just going to take one that I've edited, yeah, that's right, edited, and show you how this all comes together. This is my fully edited video. You can see I have a background there. Let's start with that, because you have some brand details when you click on brand, and I have a couple of designs that I use for backgrounds, and I always put in the background. You want to leave some spacing around the border, so that's what I do with that, and you can kind of see how that all comes into play once we're into the video. That background, that border is there for me. That's all in the uploads here. In the upload portion, I've got images that you can upload. You've got videos that you can upload. This is where I upload my commercials and intros and all of that. I fully create them, and it's puts those in there. I've got some commercials here that I'm also able to upload in there, and you can see these two here. These are my two commercials that I put into the show. So basically, when the editor comes in, and this is one of the things that I want you to see. You see how it has me on screen by myself, and then it has Dr. Taz by herself, has us together. It has more of Dr. Taz by herself. It makes for a more interesting show when you kind of can go back and forth like that. Most podcasts, they just have, okay, here's both of us, and you just see them talking through the whole thing. Now, if I go back to the beginning, you can see my little intro that I have here. And this is just an intro that I actually made inside of Canva, right, for me and Dr. Taz. And I use those and put those into Riverside as my intro. You see this little blue bar down here? This is my intro music right here. And I've uploaded that. When you go back to the upload sections, you've got audio, and I've got my intro music right here. I drag and drop it. The great thing about the music stuff is you can do the volume and effects. I don't want it as loud volume because I play a little bit of overlay inside when I start the show, when I start talking, and then I fade it out. Right here, you can fade out. I have it set at 5 seconds. I don't need a fade in, but you can use fade in up to 5 seconds with that as well. And I also use this same music right here when I come back from commercial. Right there's that music again when I come back from commercial, and then at the end of my show. And I have my exit, which is just the simple video that I made inside of Canva, which is me and Dr. Taz at the end. That's just how it all comes together. And you can scrub through and just kind of see how it's able to take you back and forth through different, whether it's Dr. Taz and I, or your guest and you, and the individual as well, because you do want your guest to be highlighted. Now, the thing about Riverside, and I'm not going to go through all this, but you see these words over here. This is the transcript from the show. And so if there's words I want to cut out, like ums and ahs and all that kind of stuff, you can actually do that right there inside of Riverside. This show took me less than 10 minutes to produce because of the AI functions that are in here. Now, you can even edit that, even though it edits completely for you. You can go here, you see where it's Dr. Taz and I together. You can actually come, and let me just highlight this track where we are right there. I can go here and say, okay, I want to hide Earl. It hides Earl, right? Put us back together. I can say I want to hide Taz, and it takes her out and put her back. It's just all right there. You can add scenes in, like for instance, when I added my commercials, all I did was, these are my 2 commercials right here. You just kind of hover there and you can add something. What do you want to add? You want to add an upload. You go to your videos or you go to images. You want to add in another commercial. You just do that. I can just click on that and it added that other commercial in right there. Now I'm going to undo that because I don't need that other commercial in there. And all of this keeps your border strong. You still see the Earl Hall Show, everything right there. This is how I'm able to produce my videos now. And I've used several editors, the big ones, right? Even the smaller ones. I'm settled for the past year on Riverside, and they keep adding brand new features to really make this, super simple to do. Now, show notes. I got to tell you about the show notes and the stuff that you're able to do with that. So let's go back and take a look here. All right, I made myself smaller. Right here, you got show notes. Let's click on that and see what it says. Now, you can go ahead and show more. It gives you a complete summary of what was talked about. It gives you keywords. It gives you takeaways. And you see this little, if you want to copy it and paste it somewhere, you just copy it right there, paste it. I use the summary all the time, especially when I'm putting it on YouTube or other platforms. This is the summary of the show. Sometimes it'll give you titles to use. This particular one didn't give me titles, but that's okay. Most times they do. I'll show you one that maybe gives you titles, and then also gives you the chapters so that you can literally put them inside of YouTube or anywhere else that allows people to skip to the part that they really want to consume. Let's just take another look at another one here. This is Mr. Cyrus Webb. And let's go to the show notes of that because I want you to see how it produces all of this stuff. So we can show more with that, takeaways, and it gives me 3 different titles. A lot of times it gives you titles. These are titles you can use, plug together, however you want to use it, but you don't have to think about it all the time. I love this soundbite feature. It takes sound bites from the shows you can post on social media as well. Then you also have your chapters down here. Now, one of the things that this does as well is, we're going to talk about this right now, some images that you can actually use right online. Now we're going back to Dr. Taz here. In this, it gives you all of these little social snapshots. You see there? Now I can show all, and you can use these images. You see you have the 9x16, the large ones here as well, that you can use this and post on social media. It gives you so much that you can use. Even if I go back, let's go to a different project that we had in here. Oh, with Tina, with that. And excuse me. It gives me all of these snapshots and social snapshots, and I can take a look at even more with that, if we go to another one, let's look at Lawana, and we'll take a look at what it produced for Lawana. These are all past shows that I've done. Some of them haven't even aired yet. But look at all these social clips that you can actually use online, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, wherever it is that you want to use these things, you can actually use them. Riverside has really been a game changer for me over the past year of being able to put together the Earl Hall Show. And you can even upload other videos that you want to edit and things like that you've done on other platforms. You can upload them to Riverside. You can't do as much if you don't do it natively in Riverside, but I'm still able to use and upload a video and get little snapshots. I'm able to get clips, magic clips that I want to use to go viral as well, and even edit a whole show. If you're looking to use Riverside, it doesn't matter what you're using right now. This is super easy, and it's even if you want to learn more about how to do it, shoot me a DM, shoot me an email, earlhallstudio@gmail.com, and we can talk about fully producing your podcast if you need help doing that. It's one of the services we provide here at Earl Hall Studio. We use this tool each and every day. We're super fast at using it because it works super well and makes you look amazing. I'll see you on the next video.